11 legs, it is going to be pretty rapid-fire stuff. Big Ben, Benito van der Pas, the beaten finalist in Riesa just a couple of weeks ago. Taking on Johnny Haines, a man who is looking to make it through to the final day of action on the European Tour. Oh, for the first time in a long time. Dan Dawson in the commentary box for this one. Rob Malarkey alongside me.
Yeah, looking forward to this one. It looks on paper as though it should be a fairly routine, well, 25 minutes or so for Benito van der Pas if it lasts that long. But let's not do Haines a disservice. Already has one win under his belt this weekend, of course. Beat Christian Surter by 6 legs to 4. But this is a very, very different proposition for the 50-year-old from Swindon. As you say, van der Pas, a finalist in Riesa 3 weeks ago. But apart from that, it's been fairly hit and miss for van der Pas. A man elevated into the top 16 as a result of the withdrawal of Gary Anderson. I say elevated into the top 16, made one of the top 16 seeds. The unfortunate thing, as far as van der Pas is concerned, that should he win this, he could well face Michael van Gerwen in the next round tomorrow, assuming he beats Jamie Lewis. But away from Riesa, yeah, he had a second round defeat in Munich, lost to James Wade 6-0. Second round exit as well in Gibraltar at the hands of Simon Whitlock. It all came together in Eastern Germany 3 weeks ago. Haines has his work cut out here. Van der Pas with the advantage of throwing first as well.
93. It was on the European Tour that Benito really kind of announced himself in Gibraltar, and he beat Michael van Gerwen. It was only James Wade who beat him, and even then he pushed him very, very close. He was throwing ton-plus averages all the way through the weekend, was Benito. And there were people saying, oh, this lad's going to be the next big thing. He had a little bit of a quiet spell. But then the World Championships, he really kicked in. A run to the last 16. Beat Paul Nicholson and Dave Chisnell before losing out to Robert Thornton. And he's going from strength to strength. The final in Riesa, obviously, that was followed up by 3 finals in a single weekend on the development tour. He won one of them. That's $5 he's won in that weekend, pretty much. He wouldn't have been allowed to play in them if he'd won Riesa, because he'd have been elevated into the top 32 in the world, and you're not allowed to play the development tour then. So it's actually worked out all right for him.
It has. Working out quite nicely for Haines here as well. He's on a finish for an early break. He broke Christian Surter in the first leg of their match yesterday, although it took him 21 darts, only taking him 13 darts this time around. And Haines is off the mark. So comparisons with his win yesterday. He followed up, by the way, that opening leg against Surter with a 106 checkout to go 2-0 up, and from that moment on he never really looked back. It was a 6-4 win in the end. It effectively went with throw from that moment on.
Yeah, he was good when it came down. He got finishes around about 100. He was very effective. He had that 106, he had a 96, he had a one bang on 100. So, look, he was pretty deadly once he got down to that sort of number.
So an early concern for van der Pas and his followers. Plenty of them here as well. They've pitched awkwardly, so he heads to treble 17 instead. Just a raise of the eyebrows there from van der Pas in that last visit. Yeah, Haines going about his business very nicely at the moment. Down to 140 after 9 darts. Again, it's pitched downwards. 96. So he heads to 19s instead. And van der Pas still not on a finish. Haines, however, is. Well, he's not now.
78. Well, that should mean he gets at least 1 dart for a 2-0 lead.
96. Johnny requires 62.
Well, let's see which route he goes. Well, it's treble 4 bull, maybe. Well, no, he's playing it safe. He has room for manoeuvre here. Well, room for manoeuvre to an extent. Just
the
1 dart.
He's only ever guaranteed 1 dart at a double. He got that in the end anyway, so Benito now looking at tops himself.
38.
Ooh, not far away. So Johnny Haines for early 2-0 advantage.
In shot the
And
second
that's exactly what he has. Mirror image of his match yesterday. Early break, backs it up with a hold of his own throat. And Bentio 2-0 down.
Yeah, Michael Van Gerwen or Jamie Lewis awaits the winner of this one. MVG and Lewis will square off in the 4th game of this evening's session. Big names everywhere you look in the evening. Highbreaks, Wade, Smith, Van Gerwen, Chisnell, Whitlock, Peter Wright. Peter Wright, the defending champion here, of course.
Yeah, I've just been for a walk around the arena during the last match between Dolan and Walsh, and there's a real buzz about the place, even outside the seating area. Big crowd expected today. Not a seat to be had later on this evening.
Weaker leg, this one from Johnny Haines.
26.
Upturned palms, not quite sure what's gone wrong after a decent couple of opening legs from him.
Yeah, 9 darts to score, 167.
131.
Van der Pas, on the other hand, is just stepping up his tempo.
41.
26 followed by a 41 as well. It's not happening for Haines in this leg. I think he wants to put this one to bed and forget all about it. It's on the Van der Pas throw, so no terrific damage done. If you are going to have a leg like this, best to have it when you're not throwing first.
100.
Just checking what
So you
Benito...
require 36.
Right, he needs 36. Sorry, I had a scoreboard error there. Wasn't quite sure what Benito needed. He hit 49 in that last one, so that makes a lot more sense. And double 18 does the job for him.
Well, Haines again is struggling to find trebles.
45.
First Dutchman we've seen in action so far today, Benito Van der Pas.
83.
In fact, the only Dutchman on the way in this afternoon's session. We've got some more this evening. Dirk van Dijvenbode, he'll be taking on James Wade. Some bloke called Van Gerwen.
26.
Vincent van der Voort, Jelle Klaassen, standout performer of the opening round, Jelle Klaassen. I've said it before, his game against Dave Chisnell could be an absolute belter. This one could turn into something a bit special, though. Benito Van der Pas coming back at Johnny Haines. Trail 2-0. Now he's well placed to break back and level the match at 2 apiece.
36.
Well, he's gone off the boil here, no doubts about it. 9 darts to score, 107.
95.
That's better from Haines. He's got room there to add another one.
100.
Fails to do so.
Well, that'll do for Benito. And with Haines back where he is and
41.
consistently failing to hit big numbers, Benito can go any way he wants with this. Well, he wanted the treble 18 for double 18. He's
Hit the treble 8 there, yeah.
yeah, rather than the treble 16, but it's fine. He'll come back looking at double 16. He'll be happy enough with that. Now then, Johnny Haines, a bolt from the blue.
Where did that come from?
32.
Just outside.
Game shot.
Oh, just inside, I should say.
Benito Van der Pas.
My eyes deceive me there.
Benito to throw first. Game
Done well there, Benito, to find that with the last dart, because it looked like he blocked his path a little bit, moved right over to the left-hand side, or the gilding position on the oche.
They're pitching at an angle, aren't they, Benito's darts?
Yeah, they do kick up a bit, which, I mean, it's got its advantages in certain situations, makes it a bigger target to aim for, but there are other times, particularly when you're going for those ones down the bottom of the board, it can make things a little bit tricky. That's lovely, though.
140.
No surprise he followed up with at least one. And Van der Pas has got the advantage back.
100. 99. 60.
Well, it's taken Van der Pas a while to get going, or a couple of legs to get going, but he's certainly found his range and his rhythm now. And he's in a very healthy position here in leg 5 as well for a 3-2 lead, having been 2-0 down.
100.
Yeah, needing another treble there, Johnny Haines to apply any real pressure. Benito looking at 81. He is going to go the 12 bull route. He's just having a look at Johnny Haines. I don't think, well, maybe he is, you know. He's saying, Johnny Haines, I don't think you're going to take this out.
41. Johnny, you require 158.
It's a safe bet. But will it come back to bite him? No.
82.
I love a declined bull route when it gets rammed back down their throat. Love it. Not to be in this position, no. Benito Van der Pas takes a 3-2 lead from 2-0 down.
Yeah, he's in a good place now. 3 on the spin for the Dutchman. Haines needs to put an end to this sequence.
Fell it up, Benito. That's his first of the match.
He's punishing him now, really is punishing him.
140.
Yet to see the 9 darts on the European Tour this year. Didn't see one last year either. Saw one the year before when Ross Smith hit one in Gibraltar. Roby John Rodriguez was on it this weekend.
134.
Back-to-back 180s, but couldn't complete the job on 141.
53.
And despite kicking off 180 in this leg, Johnny Haines is down to a finish first.
59.
A big score here for Van der Pas will make things just a little bit testing for Haines on 108s.
81.
We said earlier that it was around this mark that Johnny Haines was very good in his first round win against Christian Surter. It's still possible. Needed that treble 18 for a shot at the bullseye.
82.
But he set it up after a fashion.
27.
Now, is it 26 he wants?
Johnny, you require 26.
Well, it is.
Dangerous one, double 13, because he could halve this. But he hasn't. He takes it out at the third time of asking.
7th leg, Benito through first.
And we are level once again at 3 apiece. And Haines there just underlining the fact that it's effectively back on throw now. And he's not out of this by any stretch of the imagination. Needs just to get another stronger foothold here, and he's certainly doing that with a 140 to start things off in leg 7. Nothing separating them at the moment. This time it's Van der Pas's turn to be under pressure.
81. 81.
Continue to go toe-to-toe here, yeah.
Neck and neck in this, and here comes Benito, but 140, it's good, but it's a big finish. Now then. Can't separate them. Cannot separate them.
2 140s each, and 81 each. But maybe a chance here for Haines to steal a march on Van der Pas.
100.
And he has slightly.
You require 80.
Van der Pas, though, in a good position here. Double 10 for a 4-3 lead. Double 5 can be awkward.
70.
And he's a long way off there as well.
Johnny require 40.
So Johnny Haines for another break, a second break of throw in this match against the number 16 seed. And he takes it. And Haines gets his nose back in front once again. He leads by 4 legs to 3.
Oh, well, well, Johnny Haines, he won the first 2 legs, then Benito kind of went on a bit of a charge as Haines' form dipped. But he's coming back at the 22-year-old. Just a reminder, this is the man who went all the way to the final in Riesa in the last European Tour event, beating the likes of Michael van Gerwen, Justin Pipe, Kim Huybrechts.
60.
But the punk is the man with the advantage right now. Benito has to find
90.
a little bit more than that to put him under some more pressure. Oh,
He's
one
frustrated
great
with
dart there.
Yeah, he's frustrated with that, Haines.
96.
So Van der Pas with a slight advantage. Another one of those will do nicely.
84.
Not to be, but he's, well, still got work to do.
43.
Well, he's left himself a big one.
155.
Johnny Haines has got a pretty big one of his own.
Well, he'll be hopeful of coming back. I'm sure he will, barring something special here. Yeah, and he will be back.
100. Johnny require 96.
Right, can Johnny Haines hold his nerve here? 96 he wants. He can do it in 2 darts.
There's
Double
one.
18. And he's done it in 2 darts. And Johnny Haines, well, it's 3 consecutive legs for him now. And another one of those finishes round about the 100 mark. That
Yeah, had a 96 yesterday, didn't he?
Yeah, it's basically been the foundation of his win in the opening round against Christian Surter.
Once he gets down to that target,
60.
he seems to appreciate it.
I mean, he's hitting 55% of his doubles, 5 out of 9 on them. I mean, that is very, very good.
Especially up against a player of Van der Pas's calibre as well. And we could be in for a bit of an upset here. Stephen Bunting crashing out in the first round yesterday. That was a surprise against Jihan Artu.
A very capable player, Jihan Artup, but he's not a former world champion like Stephen Bunting. Jihan Artup is back in action this evening against Kim Huybrechts, the Belgian. We do see another Belgian on the way in the penultimate game of this afternoon's session. That's Dimitri Vandenberg against Robert Thornton. But right now, it's Johnny Haines looking to knock out the first seed of the weekend, and that'll help. That'll help.
Second maximum of the match for Haines, and it's come at a really good time as well. Now another ton plus score here, and he could be in business. It's down, it's another 100 or so finish as well. It's trickier.
100.
He's going to need all 3 darts to do it. Can't do it in 2 like the 96 last leg. But can he see this off, Johnny Haines? 86 left. Well, he goes to the 18s route, gets it, double 16 for the match, and Johnny Haines hits 106 to knock out Benito van der Pas, the first seeded player to campaign to come to an end. Johnny Haines, a 106 and a 96. 2 of the checkouts he hit in the previous round as well. The man is hitting those targets very, very dangerously, and he is through. This is his best run on the European Tour, joint best. He's made the last 16 once before, but he will take on either Jamie Lewis at MVG. There will be no repeat of the Van der Pas Michael van Gerwen game from Riesa 3 weeks ago. Johnny Haines, the punk, take a bow.
Johnny, congratulations. Very strong, very good.
Yeah, better than yesterday. Playing better than yesterday. So carry on tomorrow now.
So reaching the Sunday, it's getting interesting now, you know? Yeah, is it the first time that you reached the Sunday on the European Tour? No, oh, sorry.
No, it's not the first time. I played there in Holland, the first time I ever played in it last day. So, yeah, it's getting interesting now. Bring on the big boys.
Michael van Gerwen could be the next one.
Yeah, hope so.
Yeah, you would love to play him?
No, yeah, I'd love to play him. I played him once so far, he's done me, so try and get revenge.
Great, thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Johnny Haines.